Hello and welcome everybody to Final Fantasy LP, Part 5. I am Blue Highwind, and with me now are these people.
Drake Clothing.
Hi there, this is Jeppo.
Hello, this is Skate Mode.
And if you haven't been around for whatever reason, or you're joining me recording and you need to know what's going on, right now we are in Galbadia Garden, and we are exploring to eventually find things.
What wonderful exercise regimens.
Yes. I have cut out considerable amounts of me wandering around this garden and playing cards with random people for no reason.
Yeah,
Probably because you're terrible at
quite a big
cards.
area, isn't it?
Oh, no, I have great cards. I'll get even better ones in this episode.
We'll see about that.
So they have a wonderful reception room with very nice couches.
Nice sideboard.
Yeah. A lovely dresser.
I've forgotten, is Renoa mandatory in your party here?
Everyone joins you for cutscenes. Even if they're not in your party, they just sort of hang around.
Okay, I was going to chastise you for putting her in your party, but then I realized that it's probably mandatory or something.
She is mandatory for one part, but I don't think I used her in this video, or I don't even remember.
Actually, I think the developers actually noticed that Reno was actually quite bad, so they made her strength and magic so much higher than everyone else's.
Well, yeah, they wanted to make her important because I guess she's the main protagonist.
It's the
Also, a little bit of side boob.
It's the Pinello syndrome.
Well, to be fair, Penella was just bland at worst. She was never an annoying twit.
Yeah. She was an attempt to make Ika from Skies of Arcadia in Final Fantasy XII, but failed miserably.
I remember this scene. This scene is weird.
Yeah, this is where they all decide that Cypher is dead, and then Squall freaks out. This is part of his slow mental degradation that is happening in the next disc. I think he's starting to lose his mind, actually. This whole game is actually... Sorry? This whole game is actually Squall slowly going insane.
Plus, there's also all these voices that's always going round his head all the time as well.
And he's turning into different people, and there's witches, and there's time travel, and there's time compression, and there's...
Comfy couches.
Witches. Yes.
I just remind George Carlin now. They say the nicest things about you when you die. Everyone hates Cypher, but then he's dead, so suddenly he's cool now.
Yeah, Squall especially didn't like him. And all of a sudden he's like, oh my god, Cypher's dead. But I'll be dead too. Oh my god. Oh. Except he's not quite like that, he balls it all up.
Which is exactly what's going in Squall's mind at all, so he's just not having it at all, is he?
I think the scene would be more poignant if it was better translated. I think something was lost in the translation. It's just Squall just suddenly freaks out in the middle of the...
Story of
I don't know if
FF8.
it's translation
Shit
as much
happens
as the
and
writing.
Squall freaks out.
I don't suspect the script for this game was very good.
I mean, if someone
That's
just
my
suddenly
guess.
stood up in the middle of the room and shouted, I don't want anyone to talk about me in the past tense, and ran out of the room, I don't know, I wouldn't feel very sympathetic, I'd just feel kind of disturbed.
Yeah, I decided that was a weird thing for Squall to do, so I had him go back to the reception room to apologize, but everyone's already gone.
Well, after that outburst, did you stick around?
No. After everything Squall's been and how he's treated everyone around him, I never want to talk to him again in this game. But yet they all look up to him, and they make him their king.
And Christus, obviously, when you just talked to him, obviously didn't freak out at all, just having absolutely nothing. Oh, and there's Zell there, getting
Yeah, Zell's
there.
Zell's doing his push-ups.
A fitting punishment.
He's not doing his push-ups, he's pushing the world down.
He doesn't have that much magic chunked into his strength. He can't do that just yet. So then there's these two again.
God, these two annoy me.
They're terrible, I don't understand why they exist.
They feel
I
the need
like
to
these
stop after
characters.
every sentence and nod at each other.
Yep. I wonder, are they going out? Are they, like, married or something?
Well, they have threesomes with Cypher, but I don't think that counts.
We'll just have to try and guess how old Fujin is actually. She's got an eye patch, grey in hair.
But
looks
she's
like
an anime
about-
character.
she looks
Anime
like
characters have grey hair all the time.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Do you think the
In
incident
the Western
that
world,
took
she
her
just
eye...
looks like she's 60.
Sorry,
Sorry. No, Jepago?
yeah.
No, I was just saying it was, she looks just like 60 in the Western world, that's the only problem.
I was just thinking, like,
And Drake-y.
do you think the accident that took her eye was the same one that caused her the brain damage since she can only talk in one-word sentences? Just curious.
I think she was
Is it true?
born with only one eye. She's a Cyclops.
I think there's something in
Did
the
she-
water of the Final Fantasy VIII world, because everyone has terrible brain damage.
This is true.
It's a comic relief world. I find it helps to do these Let's Plays with a beer in your hand. Usually several.
I always find myself thinking, like, Squall is such an ass during this game, but then you look at the people he's forced to hang around with for most of the game, and who wouldn't be? Would you want to get to know these people better?
It's like,
I'd like to hang out with Zell more.
I really think the love scenes with Renault are just Stockholm Syndrome.
I've got an essay I could do on that one.
An essay, but for what class?
Apparently they're allowed to drive cars around in the garden.
Yeah, the Mystery Mobile.
It was that big. Yeah.
Oh, here's Renoa's trying to match all the things they're doing. Not very successfully. Also, something's going on with her ass. I don't know what's up with that.
PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1 graphics, possibly my subpar emulator, I don't know.
Hey, in Skyrim,
You
one of
actually
the first things you see is a horse's head clipped through a wall. Graphics have nothing to do with it. I'm serious, that's one of the first things you see in Skyrim. The cart pulls to a stop and the horse's head goes through the wall when it's idle animation.
Is that a plot point, or is that just something they fucked
That's
up
just
with?
Bethesda.
Oh. I don't get that. Alright, whatever. I was playing all of Bioshock Infinite yesterday, and there wasn't like a single graphical glitch. So, maybe I'm just spoiled, I don't know.
Well, that's because it was like PS3 quality, whereas this is PS1, possibly even rubbish emulator stuff. So
Oh wait, here's Irving, or Irvine.
Speaking of brain damage,
Yes. Bang! I killed you, butterfly! Ha ha!
yeah, I don't like this guy really, to be honest with you.
Yeah. For a sniper, he's not that inconspicuous.
No.
Yeah.
I like how he has a shotgun. He's got shoddy, he knows what he's doing.
the funny thing is that I like him the most out of the Final Fantasy VIII cast because he's the least annoying. And he shuts up after disc 1.
He has the least amount of lines.
Yeah.
He's generally just a womanizer. He's, he's ready to party. He's probably got a beer someplace in that jacket. Or something stronger.
I mean, also, his limit is awesome, so that's another reason why I like him.
Yeah. It's a shame we won't get to see that limit until episode 7.
Oh,
That long?
Yeah. I still haven't unlocked Renoa's limit at all.
What, the dog one?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You haven't done dog cannon yet?
It's actually Orifice Cannon.
Yeah.
Did you name the dog Orifice?
Yes, I did.
Oh wow.
Misspelt it as well.
Yeah, Jeppo was there, he knows.
Why don't you name him Unbound Nexus?
There wasn't enough space for that. Also, nobody outside the wiki would have any idea what Unbound Nexus is.
Did we have an idea what he is in the wiki?
No?
I think that was rather the
Alright,
point.
this is super off topic, but Unbound Nexus is a demonic creature that came to our wiki one day and said that we must make him the king admin, or else he would destroy us in one day. And then we did it, and he didn't. And we never heard from him again.
To this day, I have a theory
very
that Dogma
disappointed.
was just Blue Highwind in disguise.
He wasn't. A lot of people were, but he wasn't.
I love this scene.
Poor Zell.
Well, obviously, Irvine doesn't think that Kistis thinks he's hot at all, so... Oh well.
Yeah. So, who am I going to pick? Oh, they're telling me how to switch party members, even though I've been doing this for lots of episodes.
No, you need a tutorial.
Yeah, I've been doing this.
It's like how they tell you how to junction statuses, really late in the game.
They tell you to do it twice. There's 2 tutorials for it. For the same thing. What were they thinking? Angry video game nerd.
I think they even give you a tutorial on junctioning back in this too, or at least a reminder. Like, how do I junction elemental magic again? And then they give you the option to watch.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the
what
one I'm thinking
talking
of.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Just before the squid oil things.
The oil boils. Oil boils.
Yeah.
And like, if
despite
you're
the
still
fact
getting
that-
tutorials on Disc 2, like, maybe the battle system is a little too complex.
Could be Final Fantasy 13. Isn't that game like 90% tutorial, and then the last episode?
Not really.
Oh no, Final Fantasy X was worse.
Alright, so I'm going to Dealing City to assassinate the sorceress.
Is it
Because she's
dueling?
evil.
How's it pronounced? I don't even know.
I always
Nobody
pronounce
knows.
it Delling. I always
Domino
pronounce
City.
it Delling.
No one gets that?
Domino's, 15 minutes or your pizza's free? I don't know.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Never mind.
I
heard
I get it,
City and
but I just forgotten where it was. Where it was from.
It's time to duel! Which it would be funny if I said that while I was playing Triple Triad, but I'm not, so...
You should just go back and post and just edit Triple Triad into this right now.
Nah, I wouldn't edit things into post.
3,000 gil to get on a
there's
train.
some
That's a
good
bit
parallels
expensive,
between
isn't it?
Triple Triad and Yu-Gi-Oh! Really.
They're monsters.
Well, it starts off fun and simple, but then the more you go on, the more rules there are, the more complex the game becomes, and eventually you're just using the same patterns over and over, and it's not fun anymore.
And all the cards are the creation of an ancient Egyptian conspiracy of some kind,
Yeah, pretty much.
right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, the sequel, Tetramaster, was terrible.
Is that Tetramaster equivalent of the Dark Magician Girl, though? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Oh, Selfie loves her trains. Oh, it's adorable. I love how she loves trains.
I guess she
Like
just
for one
loves
character
long
thing.
steel phallic imagery. Explains why she ends up with
I'll
the-
give her some. I'll give her some long stelic phallic imagery to enjoy.
No, that's Urban's job.
No, I'm gonna draw her a picture of a train. It's gonna have a smiley face on the front.
That's gonna be heading into a tunnel.
I'm really happy right now that the womanizer we're with is not Edgar for once.
Yeah. Urban doesn't love tentacles that way.
Well, there are no little kids in this game, so we don't have to worry too much about that.
Urban strikes me as more of the more of that techno kind. You know, like he would, you know, like he's in the robots. I think that's his thing.
Selfie is not going for it. Alright, let's admit one thing. If Urban was played by the guy who plays Balthier, he'd be the best character in this game by far.
Gideon Emery?
Yes, that guy.
I'll agree, but let's
Also-
note what's his competition, really.
I mean,
Also, Squall is so friggin' oblivious. Like, Selfie's having like a romantic moment, and Squall's like, oh, I don't know. I don't get it. Romance
thing is
does not
it's-
compute.
what Square has not caught on to yet is that they should just voice every character by Gideon Emery, and then all the games would be perfect.
Make sense?
No,
to
I
me?
should voice every character. I want to voice every character in Final Fantasy 15.
You can be Renoa.
Behave yourself,
Okay.
Urban, or Christus might have to whip you.
I'll voice Renoa when she talks.
Please don't.
No, I will. Now I will.
I don't know, does he actually say anything after this? I can't remember.
Renoa? She says lots of things.
I don't know,
Unfortunately.
but in this particular scene...
No. In this particular scene, we're on a train and nothing is happening. There's lots of scenes like this in this game.
Yeah.
It's too bad the train doesn't fly or anything.
Or there's some sort of combat, or the gate train is a challenge, or you can suplex the train, or anything. You're just on a train.
Some people suplex
Oh,
trains,
yeah.
some people just ride them.
Oh, that was a funny scene. Zell punched the train so hard that the conductor has to announce there's no damage.
Zell is a harm to society everywhere.
He could tear down Dealing City by his own, just get him mad.
Yeah, definitely. Off we go. Wish all train journey was this quickly.
Welcome to Paris.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the traffic is just as bad.